All right, everyone. Well, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. This is Marty and Cheryl Turner, Master Coordinators with Shackley, and we have some information to share with you regarding tax help. It's that time of year. For some of you that are getting ready, I know you have until the 18th. Others might have done an extension, so they have until October. But either way, this is great information to share with all those people, especially those that are looking to get into home based business and all of the wonderful benefits. So let's talk a little bit about that. And first of all, the number one tax tip is find a good home based business accountant
Yep.
because they're not all created equal. There are people who do tax preparation, and then there's people who do tax accounting, and then there's people who do tax accounting for home based businesses. And that's what you're looking for in your community, and who knows, they might even be a new ambassador or a new client,
Yep,
customer.
that's right.
Home based business will definitely save you tax money in a big, big way. We'll talk a little bit more about that, kind of on average, what people can look at savings. So, the idea of that, whatever business you happen to be, I mean, obviously, we're in an incredible green business with the Shackley Corporation, but the light at the end of the tunnel for you and millions of others is starting your own home based business to be able to have all the benefits that you've ever wanted. Now, especially now with tax time, if you're getting money back from a W 2 job, this is a way that you'll be able to get more money
Mm-hmm.
back. If you're in an actual business, this is a way to be able to have the tax advantages alone to make this home business the single best financial move you could ever make. And that was a quote from Stanford Bodkins, a former director and IRS audit division
Yeah.
person. So, guys, this is really important stuff. It's not necessarily that exciting, but it is important when it comes to your financial outlook. So let's talk a little bit about some of the basic tax breaks. So first of all, on average, a person can write off $3,000 to $6,000 per year by just running a home-based business. And if you think about it, everything from your legal to accounting fees are all going to be a write-off now. If you don't make a lot of money in your current job or business, you need tax breaks, right? And if you make a lot of money in your current job or business, then you really need tax breaks. So either way, it's there to benefit people who understand beyond just the basic deductions for how many kids you have and different things like that. This is going to be a way for you to be able to save hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands a year.
Yep.
Again, talk with your tax professional.
Yep. And you want to document the expenses. The small business tax deductions are legal and ethical. Almost everything you spend money on to grow your business is a tax write off.
Yeah.
You own your own business, so have a separate credit card for the business expenses. And that will take care of a lot of it for you because now you qualify to deduct things that you already spend money on, like laptops and phones and a lot of other things. And the tax code is designed to give business owners tax breaks that you don't get with a job.
That's right. And so one of the cool things that people don't realize is that there's a lot of things they can do. It doesn't have to be such drudgery when keeping track of all of your records.
Right, you just got to keep good records. Create a simple filing system. You could do a 3-ring binder or a
Right.
banker box if you don't have a file drawer. Online tools are wonderful. They're a lot easier to deal with. They're easier now than they've ever been. And again, that credit card specifically for the business will help keep track for you. You can set up a document or a file for every month of the year. You can save every receipt that has anything to do with your business, even food and items for business parties or meetings. People who keep the receipts and take advantage of those tax breaks will stay in business much longer than one who doesn't.
That's right. All right, well, then let's talk now a little bit about scanning your receipts and, of course, keeping them for at least 6 years because that's how far back they could go back if there was any type of an audit. So, the whole idea of my dog ate my receipt doesn't work with the IRS. So, check with your accountant for all the new tax laws. One of the cool things is that you'll find that in an audit type situation, you're going to want to make sure you have all the documentation. And one of the things that we talk about is receipts that are faded that doesn't allow you to really see what it is isn't going to help you.
Right.
So by scanning it when it's fresh and new, either by using your phone or by using a scanner, it's going to allow you to be able to organize it better and be able to keep that as a backup as well on some sort of a hard drive or to the cloud.
Yep.
in case something should happen. Now, there's a lot of great apps available on iPhone and Android that will help you keep track of not only expenses, but also your mileage as
Yeah.
you're driving. If you're out picking up items, if you're out delivering, all those different things, going and drop shipping things, all that stuff can be a mileage. Now, the one I use is Mile IQ,
Okay.
and I've been using that for years, and it is a great way to track your mileage without never doing anything. At the end of the day, or even after a couple days, when you get around to going into the app, you can swipe right for business or swipe left for personal, and it will automatically keep track of that percentage for you.
Nice.
All right. Well, with that, Cheryl, talk a little bit more about not throwing money away.
Yeah, we've got some friends who wrote off thousands of dollars before they ever made it to director.
Yeah.
They were investing in their business. So, and again, now you have to be careful claiming all those deductions. You really need to track them. Do a Schedule C as a business. You can do the immediate and future tax breaks. Convert the money that you spend on your mortgage, utilities, auto, the kids, etc., into write-offs. And who says so? The IRS and the DSA.
Yep.
Pay yourself first. Reinvest in you. You are your most important asset. You can take a 20% deduction of the QUID, that's the qualified business income deduction, and that's the net amount of qualified income, gains, deductions, and loss from a qualified trade or business. And if you sell your home, you need to pay taxes on the portion that you wrote off. So check with your accountant.
Right. Now, one of the other things that people always hear about is that you have to make money to be able to get a savings. And the intent is that you're in business to make money, but it doesn't mean you have to. In fact, you could, I believe it's up to 5 years of not
Right.
making a lot of money to still get a lot of those tax write-offs. So educational expenses, if you're going to the global conference, if you're upgrading your internet access, the different licensing that may be required, if you're out selling in a public place, percentage of your self-employment tax can be write-off, and of course samples. Now, one of the things that you have to understand is that when we're giving samples away, that's advertising, and therefore it is a write-off.
Right.
Your online expenses, if you're hiring someone to do your social media or any kind of marketing that you're doing online and paying for that advertising, or it might be offline, but all those things can be written off, including gifts. Now, if you give a gift to a client or customer, it's $25 per year. However, if you're working with your ambassador or your loyal clients and you reward them a prize, there is no limit.
Right.
So guess what? We don't give gifts, we give awards and prizes.
That's right.
And we do that every year, don't we?
Yeah, we do
For
it all the
people who
time.
comes to the conference, and
Yep.
a lot of those are a lot more than $25.
Oh, yeah.
So hire your kids is a great way to be able to help take some of that money that could be put into an account and used for education. Same thing with the grandkids, but you want to check with your accountant on what kind of work they can be doing for you that qualifies for the amount of
Yep.
money that you're going to pay them. Because of course, the more you pay them, even though it's going into a savings account, it looks great on your taxes, but they don't necessarily get access to the $30 an hour if they're doing internet, online marketing for
Right.
you. All right. So with that, let's talk a little bit more about some of the legal deductions. Well, first of all, 100% of your meals when you're away from home can be written off. Your home office deduction is a percentage of the area that you're using exclusively for your office. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about that. So again, talk with your tax professional about how to best do that to make sure that you're going to be audit proof. But another great way to be able to deduct everything from your heating to your electricity to your help with the mortgage, the property taxes, all can be a percentage of that office space you're using. And then, of course, repairs on your car. It might be maintenance, different things that you're doing as well, including to your home. Office supplies, of course, postage, your cell phone, even though you're using it for personal, you need it for business, so therefore it's a write-off, including internet access.
Right.
Office equipment, like Cheryl talked about, laptops, different furniture, and then, of course, mileage. So let's talk about that. So today in 2022, it changes each year. It's 62.3 cents per mile. So you're going to want to log that on your business miles.
That adds up.
And you're going to want to keep track of that at the end of the year and then the beginning of the new year with a new odometer reading so that you can always be able to track that. Publications that you might order and take advantage of. Books that are related to business. It could be everything from CDs, which now a lot of people would pay for different online type things like
Right.
with audiobook.
Yep.
Business travel is something, again, everything that related to your travel, from the airline to the transportation, etc., rental car. But when it comes to food, here's one of the things: if you don't go crazy, you may want to think about not just writing off your food, but then taking what's called the per diem.
Hmm.
And that could be anywhere, depending on what city you're visiting or where you're traveling to, $55 to $79 per day.
Yep. Yep.
So if you're
And
doing,
on the meals at home, we have 100% of meals away, but when you go out locally here,
yeah,
we can write off a percentage of that too, can't we?
yeah. So during the COVID years, we were able to do 100%, and now it's back to 50%.
Okay, good.
All right. So good stuff. So love the graphic there. It's your money. Document everything and take advantage. There's a big difference between making money and keeping it.
Yeah, and Marty and I have always done that. We never spend what we make. We always make sure that we're living on less than what we're making because we don't want to be in debt. We
That's
don't
right.
ever want to be in debt. So many people are house poor or car poor, and that's not fun. We'd rather have something that we know is within our budget and that we're writing it off.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, with that, just want to say thank you so much. I hope that you got a lot of good tips and ideas. Get back with the person who thought enough to invite you to take a look, and understand that jobs use people every day. They build companies for the owners.
Yep.
All right. Own a ladder. Don't just climb one. And
Yeah, and I
think
couldn't
that's a
believe
really
Gary
good one.
Puckett said that.
Yeah, that's pretty
You
cool.
know, or like Richard Brooks, he says, build your dream or build someone else's.
Yeah.
Someone put a cartoon on line and it said, yep, I have this beautiful new Ferrari, and if you work hard and do this every day, I'll have another new one next year, because it was his employee. So they were buying the boss's Ferrari. So it's nice to be able to have your own ladder.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, with that, I hope that you guys will continue to see success in your business. Remember, document everything and take advantage of those tax benefits. Even before you're full time, big time in the business, there's still big time write offs that you can take.
That's right. It's your money.
You get to get it back.
That's right.
Or keep as much as you can.
Keep as much as you can.
All right, everyone.
That's
Thanks
smart
so much.
business.
We'll see you again soon on another educational video.
Bye, guys.